FBI agents raid the Sewage and Water Board office just hours after the latest David Hammer investigation looking into records in the plumbing department. Good evening, I'm Karen Swenson.
And I'm Cherise Gibson. This is the latest example of an eyewitness investigation leading to action.
The FBI is staying tight-lipped about the raid, but we do know their target, and it is the same one that David investigated, the plumbing department. David joins us now in the studio with more.
Yeah, Karen and Cherise, I've been investigating the Sewage and Water Board plumbing department for months, and public records clearly show that state investigators have been too. That helps explain why just hours after our story about plumbing inspectors last night, the FBI was raiding the plumbing offices this morning. I found a state investigative letter from January of this year blasting the Sewage and Water Board for being, quote, obstructionist to their efforts to root out corruption. Sewage and Water Board Executive Director Ghassan Korban said his agency is cooperating and employees have been suspended. But City Councilman Joe Giarrusso wants to know who knew what and when did they know it.
They want to get the paper documents as quickly as possible so they can't be destroyed. But I think not only does that investigation have to happen, but then it's also two separate pieces. Piece number one is what investigation was done when things were brought to light and why not? And then what is the reform that needs to happen as a result of this?
And that's going to be the big question for Ghassan Korban, the executive director. How did he allow these plumbing inspectors to work on gas lines connected to projects they were inspecting? And how did they let them avoid the state requirements to be certified as inspectors?
It really makes you wonder, if you're a homeowner in Orleans Parish and you have a gas fireplace, shouldn't you be looking at the records to see who inspected it and who was the contractor? I mean,
well, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about tonight at 10 on part 2 of our investigation. You'll hear from a homeowner who discovered that this was happening and that Jay Arnold had the permit on his property, even though that's not who he hired.
I think we're all going to go home and look and see who did the work on our fireplaces. Thank you very much. Great reporting.